So I like that, and I feel like it expands on what you guys get. So let's pull your first card. Okay. So we have the King of Rods is in your physical space. This is in what's going on around you. What is happening? What are you doing this month? Okay, that's your physical spot. See how it has the words? So I love it. And the name of the card is written on it as well, which is pretty cool. And they're bigger cards, and I really like them. Okay. And in your mental and emotional spot, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Okay. Two of Swords. And in your spiritual or experience card. Okay, physical, what's going on around you, what you're doing. Mental card, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and also like your attitude. And then your spiritual card, meaning what's your experience? What are you learning? What lessons are going on right now? What's the bigger picture for your higher self, you know, who you're building yourself to be? And then we have the archetype cards. And these are like personality traits, and there's a lot of them because we're all so multifaceted. So this is going to be like the fragrance of the month for you, what you feel like is in the air this month. Okay. And this is like maybe an issue that you're working through, or maybe one of your personality traits that's coming off strong or not strong enough. And it'll either have a negative or a positive effect. And you got the Gambler. So the Gambler in you is coming out this month. Let's see what that means. Positively, it means a willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. And if it's affecting you negatively, you're relying on luck rather than hard work. Okay. So I'll let you see that picture. It's pretty cool too. It's like oracle cards, like playing cards. So it's like you're relying on your intuition. Maybe some of you are card readers. And for those of you who, or, you know, any kind of divination. And it's like, you know, what this card is saying is you want to put your money on yourself. You don't want to put your money on what you hope can happen to you in the future. Or one day I'm going to fill in the blank. Okay? One day I'm going to fill in the blank. You know, don't rely on luck. If you want something, you have to get it. So it's willingness to follow intuition, even when others doubt you. Like, do what you believe. Because now whether someone, for some of you, this might be someone in your life trying to influence you, you know, to make a decision. It's like against your better judgment. Go with your better judgment. Follow your intuition this month. It won't lead you wrong. Okay? And don't let others, you know, make you believe otherwise. Now keep in mind that that card is like an overlay for all these cards. It can influence how you think and feel, you know, how you act, and you know, your experience. So let's get into your physical card. You got the King of Rods, King of Fire, Motivator. That is never been more true than fire signs, okay? And this card is a fire card. So you're going to feel, and especially if you have any fire signs in your chart, other than, you know, you're a Virgo sun sign, or if you're watching this and it's your moon sign or your ascendant, check your other ones. Check your moon sign, your ascendant, and your sun sign. And if any of those are fire, this will just amplify this card because it'll be the more, the more you'll be doing. Yay, right? King of Rods is kind of like, you're going to be doing it with grace. You're going to be doing it with a little bit of pep in your step, with a little bit like, you may be frazzled, but it's going to look good. You know what I mean? You might be having fun doing something that you normally wouldn't be having fun doing, but maybe it's the company you're with, or maybe it's the fact that you're just have a good attitude. But the King of Rods is coming in as a physical person, so you might be doing a lot of physical labor this month. You might be having to motivate others a lot this month, or like for some of you who, want it in more relatable terms, it's kind of like you might have to be the fire up under somebody else's ass this month to either complete something or get at something, to follow through or to get started even. But it's the king though. So you have to remember that this is amplified. This is big. This is big card. This is, decisiveness. Like this king defines what will happen. This is not a king that wants you a little bit to maybe start doing it and you should really take that seriously. No, this is the king that is like, this is what you're going to do. This is what you need to do. And it could be forceful. This king can be a little like, I feel like you are going to be in charge this month. Okay. And basically, if there's something going on in your environment, because this is your physical card, that you don't like, you're going to be the motivator for it to stop. Okay. And meaning you're going to put an end to that. And then also we have, generous in here too. So, this could be you're busy for some of you, busy with Christmas. Okay. But, remember to spend time with ones that you love, not just wrapping their gifts, okay? And then mental cards and how you feel as well. So your emotions and what you're thinking. This is like in your head and your heart. And I feel like the Two of Swords here is always this says decision. But to me, this card is like that a decision must be made, like you can't make a decision. It says flux. Yeah, like you're stuck in the flux in the interim. Okay, this is like literally, you might be on the edge of something. Like one day you're good. One day you want to head in the other direction. Then the next week, you're good. And then the next week, oh my gosh, why was I like this last week? Oh, I feel totally like this. Okay. So it's like you can't, one of these swords isn't dropping, to free you. It's like you're a ball bouncing between the two here and never quite, you know what I mean? So it's like indecision. Okay. Torn between two, conflicted. For some of you, this could be lovers, torn between two people. But for a lot of you, it's more like a situation, feels like, that you're choosing between instead of a person. And so the way that this is, and it's like happening quickly, like there's a part of you that's influencing from this King of Rods. So if you have any fire in your charts, it's really influencing you at this time. But then we have this indecision in your head, swords, thoughts, okay? And swords mean thoughts, and this is thoughts card. In your feelings, it's like, you need to make a decision, but you can't. Maybe this is the beginning for some of you, where you get a spark of, is this what I want? Or is this what I want? Do I want what I have, or do I want to get something else, but it's going to be really hard for me to, get there? It's up to you. Okay. But I feel like if you don't do any decision making based out of fear, this decision will be black and white, clear. I feel like fear is the only thing that's making it very cloudy and light. Okay. Barely. Like, see how ferociously vibrant this card is? And now this card is beautiful. I love the colors, but it's more muted, and then again with the vibrant cards. So it's like you need to know that the only thing that can cloud your judgment or lead you astray from your intuition is fear. So if once you take the fear out of it, maybe one of these will drop and it'll tell you which one is right, and you knew at your core the whole time it was right. You just didn't want to do it, okay? Because here we have reward and benefit, gain, okay? Increase, generous, profit, okay? So, but this card to me is kind of like you come to a place where the power has shifted into your favor, okay? And now you're able to be generous with others. This is a generosity card, but this to me is also like maybe whatever led to the tides turning in your favor like this has been a long time coming, but there's like a peak, okay, a pinnacle of it. And now you're actually over that pinnacle and you're able to see the other side. And you're able to then give back. Okay, so, but you got to keep in mind that this card also, like, there's a subliminal message here. It's like, okay, I'm in control. So for some of you who have too much control going on, maybe you need to loosen up the reins. And maybe that'll help you make the decision. But, when you follow your heart without fear, you have a lot to gain. Okay? And spiritually, where this is what your experience is that maybe right now you're motivated, okay? You're trying to make the best decisions you can, but you may be so busy doing for others that you can't make good decisions for yourself. And that you need to pay attention to that and follow your heart and let fear go so that, you can make the decisions that you need to make for yourself and keep yourself numero uno. And, you'll be rewarded for it. But I feel like some of you, this card is just signifying like you're getting rewarded spiritually and financially. It feels like things are going your way right now. And that's a really good thing to read, because for Virgos, a lot of times, and recently you guys have been getting the short end of the stick a little bit on things. Like, you've been doing pretty good, but not the worst for sure. But, a lot of times, a lot of self-sacrificing going on with you guys. So this is really good. This is kind of like putting you first. Okay. And then keep in mind to listen to your true self. So see how this affects this? It's like let go of the fear. Make that decision. Go with what you absolutely know